have to speculate about, because it's a problem that's actually been solved by real-world scientists. The International Space Station has been in orbit for over 20 years, and there are 7 people living there now, all of whom are breathing just fine without having to bring 50-plus trees with them. On the International Space Station, oxygen is created using electrolysis, a chemical process that involves using electricity to split water. You know how water's chemical formula is H2O? That O in there is actually very breathable oxygen. In the previous video, I already established that the Axiom would have no trouble harvesting water from asteroids, and electricity is also a solved problem thanks to solar power, so the presence of oxygen on board doesn't actually prove anything in this case. That said, there is one massive correction that I have to make from that previous video. Whether cannibalism does, in fact, solve the Axiom's food problem. Can man survive on man alone? In general, a human cadaver is good for around 80,000 calories, something that I brought up in that first episode. More recent studies, though, have been done since I uploaded that original video. Clearly, I was the one who put cannibalism research back on the scientific community's map, so you're welcome, guys. These more recent studies estimate that the number is now closer to 125,800 calories. But regardless of which number it is, it still leaves us with a huge problem. It's nowhere close to what a human needs to eat in order to survive to adulthood. If an average person is eating 2,000 calories per day, it means that a single human cadaver is only good for about 63 days worth of meals, barely over 2 months of food. It would take a minimum of 397 cadavers to provide a lifetime's worth of sustenance. And mind you, that's for an 80-year lifespan. The dates that we see for previous captains suggest that people might be living for as long as 200 years. At that rate, the Axiom's starting crew of 600,000 people would only feed a population of 1,511. That seems to really bust the cannibalism theory. While the population on board the ship would most certainly be going down generation after generation, there's no way it could be going down that fast. So, is the theory busted? Well, I'm not quite done. You see, while I was wrong in that original theory to not take into account whether human bodies could sustain the population, I was also wrong about the calories that those human bodies would be providing. Sure, a human is worth 125,800 calories,